I am Stephen Law. I am the Director of Studies for the Department of Lifelong Learning at the University of Oxford, and that's the department with which the Philosophical Society is, of course, associated. I'm also Honorary President of the Philosophical Society. I've been invited to say something about public philosophy and why philosophical conversations matter. I think a good place to start is by recognising that we all hold philosophical views. For example, most of us think that the world that we experience around us is real and not some sort of elaborate matrix style illusion. We think that we're encountering real objects and people and not merely virtual people and places and so on. We think that it's wrong, as a matter of objective fact, to torture babies for fun, or at least most of us do. And we think that the evil of the Holocaust and the slave trade were not just a matter of subjective opinion, they really were objectively, morally very bad. That's a philosophical view. If you think that there's an afterlife that awaits, that's a philosophical view. If you think there isn't, and that we're just animals and when we die, that's it, that's a philosophical view. That there is or isn't a God, that's a philosophical view. That it would be right to sacrifice the life of an innocent person in order to save the lives of several others, that's a philosophical view. That abortion is or isn't murder, that's a philosophical view. So we all hold, as I say, a great many philosophical views, even if we don't recognise that. In the Western philosophical tradition, our focus is on trying to figure out as best we can what's true, or at least to try and figure out as best we can what isn't true. Hopefully we'll get a little bit closer to the truth by applying our powers of reason. We offer arguments in support of beliefs, we offer arguments against other beliefs and so on, in order to try and sift the wheat from the chaff and figure out what's true. And I think that applying reason in that way does give us our best chance of weeding out false beliefs and arriving at beliefs that are true. Of course, we might not succeed, but sometimes we do. We did figure out, after careful thinking about it, that slavery was actually morally unacceptable, despite the fact that there was a time when perhaps a majority of people thought that it was morally justified. So philosophical reflection can lead to very significant moral progress. And it can also provide us with at least some immunity to psychological manipulation and propaganda and lies and bullshit. So philosophy and having some skill in thinking philosophically is a valuable life skill, and it's one that the Philosophical Society aims to foster. And that's why I am very happy to support the activities of the Philosophical Society.